Discover the interactive world of the Redwall television series at www.redwalltv.com, featuring interactive games, stunning visuals, and fascinating educational content. Visit redwalltv.com.
The sword not only had to be light, it had to be incredibly tough. And still return to true.
The real warrior's weapon, the weapon of honor, is the sword. The sword. Martin's sword, the rusty one, was the one he got from his father. And it was broken by Sarmina, an evil wildcat. But that sword, all he had was the handle when he was a prisoner, tied on his neck. And when he found the mountain of Solomon Dastron, a great badger warrior called Boar the Fighter, who was also a maker of weapons. He had a huge forge and an anvil, and he found a piece of a star, a comet that fell from the sky, a metallic lump, and he beat it in his forge. He heated it and he beat it, and the sparks were off it until he made the blade that would go back onto the handle. Martin's sword, with a blade as keen as midwinter and a tip like an icicle.
My name is Jeffrey Hedgecock. I'm a swordsmith and an armorer. I make swords using a method called forging. I'll take a strip of steel and I'll hammer it to shape and make it into the form of the sword blade with a hammer using a very high heat. Then I'll take that finished sword, that shaped sword, that blade, and I'll grind it until it's the final shape and until it's very shiny, and I'll polish it. Then I'll fit a handle to it with a cross guard called a keyon, a grip, usually made of wood, and I'll add the end of it called the pommel. And that's the entire handle assembly of a sword. A sword like this is a worthy tool for any warrior in Redwall.
Methuselah, the Bible tells us, lived 900 years. And at Redwall Abbey, I have a Methuselah. He's everybody's granddad. I suppose he'd be a great-great-great-great-great-great-granddad, Methuselah. He's wisdom itself. He's old, he's fair, and he has a shaky voice like this. But he's the one who tells Matthias, there is no magic in the sword, Matthias. The sword is only as good as the warrior who holds it. And what wise words from the oldest mouse in Redwall Abbey, Methuselah.
Methuselah kind of reminds me of my grandfather because he's really wise and yet he's still on the silly side. And my grandfather, he has a lot of wisdom, but he still jokes around a lot.
Why do Redwallers eat fish but not any other animals?
It was a hard decision to make. They mostly eat vegetable stuff, but they do have an abbey. And in that abbey, there is a pond. And in that pond, there are fish. So I decided that once a year, a fish would have to go. Call it culling, if you will. They have to cull a fish a year. And you remember in the grace it says, silver fish, whose life we take, only for a meal to make.
Uncover Stonehenge, mysterious, monolithic, and now a crime scene.
That the man was killed with a very sharp, probably steel blade.
Can modern forensics shed light on this brutal beheading?
I think if it was in this direction, the blade would come straight down.
Investigators probe a murder at Stonehenge. on Secrets of the Dead.
Tonight at 7, only on Wisconsin Public Television.